As you step closer to the vintage 1950s Ford pickup truck, its turquoise body gleaming under the soft, golden light of the showroom, your curiosity pulls you toward the door. With a gentle pull of the polished chrome handle, the heavy door swings open, revealing a time capsule. The world outside fades for a moment as you climb into the cabin, and suddenly, you're no longer in the present. You've stepped into a memory, a moving piece of history preserved in leather, metal, and craft. The door shuts with a deep, reassuring thud. It's not the hollow sound of modern materials, but a solid, old-world echo that speaks of strength. Your eyes are immediately drawn to the dashboard, an elegant fusion of design and function. It's painted in a striking two-tone palette, rich turquoise wrapping around the outer edges, and creamy white filling the center, delicately divided by thin chrome accents that curve with the shape of the dash like Art Deco lines in motion. The instruments are classic analog, housed in polished chrome bezels. The speedometer is large and commanding, stretching in a gentle arc behind the wheel, its numerals bold and slightly raised, as if carved rather than printed. To the right, smaller dials for oil pressure, temperature, and fuel offer a balanced layout, symmetrical and logical. There are no digital screens, no touch buttons, just honest-to-goodness mechanics, where every needle moves with real-time precision. They don't flash or beep. They whisper their messages steadily, confidently, as if they've got nothing to prove. Your hands naturally find their way to the steering wheel, large and thin-rimmed, wrapped in a soft, aged material with a chrome horn ring that invites a confident press. It's light in weight but rich in presence, holding the soul of thousands of drives, long country roads, summer dust, and late-night returns. The center bears the proud Ford emblem, red and blue beneath a polished glass layer. Behind it, the steering column has a sturdy gear shifter mounted along the side. Long, steel, with a solid grip and that unmistakable click when engaged. The bench seat, stretching from one side of the cab to the other, is upholstered in buttery soft beige leather, finely stitched in horizontal ribs that not only add character but also cradle the back with surprising comfort. It's the kind of seat you can slide across, sit in for hours, and feel connected to the road. The leather is aged just enough to feel authentic but restored to such a degree that it gleams gently in the light. It smells faintly of time, leather, polish, and a trace of gasoline lingering from a simpler era. Your feet rest on a ribbed rubber mat covering the floor, thick and rugged, resistant to wear, yet perfectly molded to the truck's contours. There are no carpets, no unnecessary frills. Just durable practicality that speaks of its working roots. The pedals are wide and metal, solid underfoot, worn smooth from decades of use and now restored with a new sense of purpose. The door panels echo the dashboard's color scheme, with turquoise dominating and white inserts running along the middle. Chrome door handles and window cranks glint against the backdrop, their smooth, cold surface inviting the touch. You turn one, and the window glides down with a steady rhythm. No power motors here, just gears, elbow grease, and old-school engineering that still works perfectly. Above, the headliner is simple but taut, beige fabric pulled tight, no sagging or creases. A small dome light sits at the center, ready to glow softly when the door is opened again. The sun visors are rigid and covered in matching fabric, flipping down with a deliberate motion. The rearview mirror is small, rectangular, and clean, mounted to the windshield with a delicate yet sturdy bracket. It doesn't auto-dim, it doesn't adjust itself, but it reflects the world behind just fine, enough to remind you that the road back is just as important as the one ahead. The gear shifter clicks lightly as you move it, the clutch under your left foot engaging with a familiar resistance. There's a rhythm here, a harmony between man and machine that modern vehicles seem to have lost. Driving this truck isn't just about reaching a destination. It's about experiencing every turn of the wheel, every gear change, every vibration of the road beneath. A vintage radio sits flush in the dashboard, its dials large and tactile, its frequency display a narrow strip of light behind glass. It hums to life with a soft crackle, the voice of an old jazz singer drifting through a single speaker, grainy but warm. There's no Bluetooth, no auxiliary port. Just AM frequencies and the occasional static that feels like part of the charm. Below it, simple knobs control the heater, each click deliberate and mechanical. The glove compartment is small but neat, its latch clicking firmly. Inside, a pair of driving gloves rest beside a folded road map from a time before GPS existed. Everything in this cabin feels chosen, earned, and loved. Even the smallest details, the stitching on the steering column, the texture of the knobs, the clean, painted screws, tell the story of a machine that wasn't built in haste, but with care. Outside, people glance at the truck with admiration. But inside, you don't notice them. You're in another world now. A world where trucks were companions, not just tools. Where journeys were felt, not just calculated. This isn't just a vehicle. It's a storyteller, a symbol of an era when things were built to last, and beauty was found in simplicity. You sit back, hands resting on the wheel, eyes on the road ahead. The engine hasn't even started, but already, the journey has begun.